All right, we leave it on that note, Mr. Deen Dayalan. Thank you very much for joining in. Well, while we were in that conversation, China has gone ahead and selected Mr. Xi Jinping as the president for a third consecutive term. It's been a absolutely stellar rise and complete holdover power that we have seen play out in China, with, of course, term limits on the top office getting abolished in 2018. Of course, largely on expected lines. Nothing unusual for the market, but nonetheless, pretty historic move coming through. Markets, anyway, they have other issues to deal with, and they generate out of Wall Street. So the Hong Kong market's down about 2% as we speak. Gurmeet is still with us. Gurmeet, thanks for staying on patiently. I don't know if you look at the company that we were just talking to, but otherwise, my question to you was more for Bank of Baroda. Your thoughts? I mean, there's a corporate development happening with them looking to sell stake in their cards subsidiary, and everyone's looking at the cards business quite carefully after the Axis deal, right? But you tell us, in terms of the stock, any thoughts on BOB?
One of the PSU banks, we are constructive on. Obviously, we like SBI more relatively, but if you see BOB, last quarter was very good. PPOP was almost 50% up. In fact, I've not seen 1% NPA in Bank of Baroda for a long time. Also, the credit cost and slippages, if I remember correctly, slippages are hardly about 3,000 crores. Good amount of provisioning done, and commands a very reasonable valuation if you look at the PSF. But that's the case with PSU banks. You see sharp rises and any negative event in the market, anything to do with any negative event on credit side, you see a bit of a derating. So I think you've got to be tactical here. We saw a rise in PSU banks towards the end of the last year, and then we saw 20% plus kind of a fall when the Adani issue and other things surfaced. So tactically, maybe you can look at it, but fundamentally, I think more comfortable with SBI. Sulbi.
Okay, Gurmeet, I wanted your thoughts on Electra Green Tech. There's so much happening there, and it's orders galore for the company, it seems. But this is a stock that has also destroyed a lot of wealth, right, in the last 1 to 2 years. So now that recovery is playing through, how are you feeling about the stock at this price?
Sonia, I have a view that a lot of this EV space looks overhyped, both in the unlisted and listed space. And the actual impact which will come because of the news flows we have seen, there was Maharashtra budget yesterday. We saw, good rise in even JBM Auto. I think some of it gets into the price pretty quickly. And Electra Green Tech right now is almost 100 times earnings. This is not a market to, play future hope stories, if I can say that. I think you're getting 5.5% in US Treasuries less than 1 year. You're getting 8% almost now on fixed income. So you have to be more patient, I think, in this space. There are better opportunities. As I said, we discussed Tata Motors. I think M&M is better. And there are some other places which I think are better placed right now.
Okay, all right. Gurmeet, request you to stay with us. For the time being, we'll slip into a short break. Up next, Mitesh Thakkar as well as Shrikant Chauhan will be joining in to give us some technical tips. Stay with us.